Well, howdy diddly, dandy there, chums, as I, Captain Stephen Exo, and today, chums, I am building another one of those Exomech type launching bases, and I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process of making such a base. This is over at my Viking Anvil Hub meetup. So here I go. I'm going to start the build, and I'm going to get Exo to speed up the most basic of the build parts so you don't get bored to death. Right, so here I am, and what I want to do is I want to get rid of those steps at the bottom here. There we go, get rid of them. And then it's a 4x4 square, and you leave the floor panels in the middle empty, like so. And then what you want is your Exocraft bay for your Exomech. Oh, fudge, I need some metal plating. There we go, let's head on back. And you can see there, you've got these dark lines. You want to match those up squarely and centrally to the actual floor panels. Now, this one isn't flush to the floor, but that doesn't overly matter. I might put a light ring or something above the actual surface, and I want some doors. So I'm going to put some doors here. Now, this Exomech's the only way it's going to be able to exit this facility is through the roof. I've just done some tidying up there, people. But here we go. I'm going to be putting metal plating walls over in the corners here. Lovely jubbly. Done, and I've added in some windows to bring in a bit of light. Now, this planet is a bioluminescent planet. It seems to go to night quite quick, so I don't get much daylight. But here we go, I'm putting in some steps over the other side just to make it so I can get in and out with ease. I'm going to put a couple of windows here, because as I'm coming down the steps, I want to be able to see the Exomech in there. And people will be like, well, how the fudge do you get that out? Secret roof, heck yes. And now I'm putting on the corner panels and the slopey bits, lovely jubbly. Now the inner ring on the actual roof, you can see there, if I did put in just the big panels, it would be completely blocked off. So I need to put in the smaller half floor panels. There we go, done and done. And now this is the tricky bit. So this is the automatic power doors that I'm putting in. You can see there, you've got to put the trusses to face inwards, which feels a little bit counterintuitive. But don't worry, get them all facing the right way. And then when you hit this up, you would notice that when it's actually closed, it causes the actual ceiling to be closed, which is pretty darn sweet. I mean, it's not supposed to work like that, I guess, but it works. This is pretty much it. So when they're open, the roof is closed. And when they're closed, the roof is open. So yeah, it's a bit of a vice versa type situation. Now, I'm showing the build of this, and I've slowed this back down again because the question I was asked is, Captain Steve, how did you do the power for your ceiling? For your roof panels, how did you do it? I used a wall switch. So use a wall switch and place that. I'm going to place it in between these two panels because one panel adjusts the colour of your mech. The other panel will summon your mech back in and reset your mech back to its platform. So there we go. I have my little button. I need to bring power in. Now I always put power on this side, and then whatever it's powering on the right hand side. So left is where I put the power, and then on the right is what it's powering. So here we go, I need a cable. Now my other base up here already has power. I doubt a cable is going to stretch this far, but you know, I'm going to put a cable on it anyway. Oh, actually, I think I might have some batteries on the middle walkway on the gantry. Yes, I do. I might be able to just hit that up. As soon as it goes green, there we go, that is connected. Lovely jubbly, and we can fly on back down here. And I'm going to be putting it into the left-hand socket of this wall switch. I don't think it matters, but I always do it this way. So there we go. I'm going to stick that there. Pow. And then that's my power in. So now my power out is going to go to the inside of this wall. And so there we go. Pow. And you need to keep it to the same again. So I'm going to put it in the inside of that one and the inside of this one. So rather than put it on the outside, you need to put it on the inside. So just make sure it all marries up. There we go. And that's it. That's pretty much all connected. There, that's connected to that, and that one's connected to that, blah, blah, blah. So you get it, right? And I've already got like a wire hider, I think, on my other base, but we're checking a sec. But there we go. That should do the trick. I mean, you can't see the cables on the actual trusses or whatever inside. But yeah, trust me, it should all be connected. The only thing is, it's freaking night time and my whole base is powered by solar. I'm going to build another little mini power plant just at the top of these stairs on this bit that juts out, so it makes a bit more sense. Here we go. I'll speed this up, and I've also put in one of those catalytic convertery things. That's what I call it. It's one of those biomass converters. But here we go. I'm going to just wire all these together, so that's nice and simple. You can just connect all those up to the battery, and then hopefully if I interact with that I can put in some fuel in there if I need to. Right, well, let's head on back in, and let's just connect that over onto the power, over on the left hand side, not the right, otherwise you'll be turning the power on and off all day. Right, okay, so here we go. We've got the wire hider. It says that I can't put one down because I've already got one, which makes total sense, and because it's night time I don't think my button's going to work. No, it's not, but I can put in some of that biomass and that might get it to start working. Let's head on over and let's give that a go. So here we go. Oh, I think it's just turned to daylight. Yes, my solar panels have just woke up. Lovely. Jubbly. You know what, I could still put some biomass in there, but let's give it a shot. Let's hit the actual button and see if it opens. I'm going to put some fuel in. Let's put some fuel in. I could just put in some oxygen. Let's just check the battery. Is it ticking over? It kind of is, and it kind of isn't. So yeah, at the moment, I'll probably have to wait for the solar cells to charge that battery a bit more. I'm going to give it a helping hand by just sticking a load of oxygen in here. I've got shed loads. There we go. Have that. I'll just put in half for now. Lovely jubbly. That should do the trick. Now I can go test the button. Let's go press the button of truth. Let's see what happens. Chicka-pow. And there we go. That just closed. Now let's hit it again. Chicka-pow. And it's opened. This is brilliant. This is awesome. Now the final test. Let's take off in the Minotaur and make sure that it just flies straight through the ceiling. So here we go. Brilliant. So you know when I lined it up right at the start with those black markers that I was on about? Perfect. Perfect symmetry. Lovely and jubbly. I mean, if not, you may just have to move your Exomech just by an inch or two. You can see here mine is kind of like sunken in a recess, but you don't need to sink it in a recess. It could be completely flush to the floor, and it's still going to do exactly what mine's doing now. There we go. That toggle switch is freaking ace. I love that idea. So yeah, this idea was not my idea. It came from No Man's Coop, this idea, and it's fantastic. I really, really do like it, and No Man's Coop, thanking you for the idea, my friend. And No Man's Coop has actually got a channel, so yeah, and a video on how we put this together, and his looks slightly different yet again. So yeah, be sure to go and hit up his video and see how he did his, because it's pretty damn freaking epic. Righto, so that's pretty much how I've built it. I'm going to decorate it now, chums. So here I go. I've actually redecorated all of the insides of here. Now you can do whatever you like with yours, but I put in some girders to stop myself falling down into that little lip, and I've put in some light panels. But I've also got these arms up here, these sort of robotic sort of arms that I've added in to make it look like it makes sense, which is pretty cool. I got a little flying droid. I've got all my little bays here as well with all my NPC dudes. Hello there, and hello, how are you? Awesome, brilliant. I've got a load of these planters, which is awesome, so I can fill up that biomass energy convertery type thing as well. But check this out. When I hit this button now, chums, all those light switches light up green. So I'm green to go. Heck yes, look at that. Isn't that freaking ace? And the roof opens at the same time. So all I've done was I wired in those light panels to the same side as I wired in the actual doors. So yeah, as soon as I hit power on, the lights come on and the doors open. There you go, I can fly out now, look at that. Boom! Lovely! Like Superman. Yeah, pretty awesome. Yes, that's so cool. That is awesome. And it does look in keeping, doesn't it, with the rest of the structure. All painted red and white here. Very nice find, this sort of archive, I must admit. It's brilliant. Right, well, let's head on in. And I'll show you how I wired these in. So let's if I go into build mode, you should be able to see the wire coming off of here. So I've got a freaking girder. But you see that red wire that goes off over there? Well, that connects through and it goes all the way round to the opposite side. So they're just all connected like in a horseshoe shape. But you can see the two red wires at the moment because the power's off. There we go. And yeah, so it's on the right hand side. You can see it kind of goes through the switch and out the other side to this floor panel over here. That light panel there. Yeah, awesome. I'm hoping you can work out that. I might have to put some arrows on the screen. But yeah, there's two red wires. One goes off to the ceiling and one goes off to that light panel. Hopefully that makes complete sense to you. But yeah, and then I've just connected all the light panels together. Just strung them all together. So when I turn that on and off, lovely and jubbly, it all sort of works. Freaking girder. Right, so that's the build, chums. Yeah, you can decorate these things up however you want. I would say to add lighting, if you put banners on the ceiling, they light up without you having to wire the banners, and it adds a lovely little lighting effect. Heck yes it does. Anyway, I hope you guys try this at home, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. I want to say a massive great big thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you to my backers over on Patreon and on YouTube membership. If you do want to support this channel, you could just not skip my adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and hit something on this screen. Heck yes, there's also merch on this screen now. Awesome!